I have just a few short weeks, not really short, they feel long because I'm checking every single day. Anyway, I have a few short weeks until I take delivery of my Tesla Model 3. Now obviously there's only so much Tesla related content I can make until I actually get my car, but I figured today's video, it's not a bad idea. What is up, everybody? I hope you're enjoying your day. My name is David Franco from daviddefran.co. That's my personal website. It can always be found right below. Okay, so it's pretty obvious by now. I did indeed order a Tesla Model 3. And as you can imagine, I'm very, very excited because I have never owned a car, like not even nearly as nice as a Tesla Model 3. And as far as I'm concerned, the Model 3 is kind of a luxury vehicle in a way. I mean, it's unique when you compare it to, something I have right now, which is a 2010 Mazda 3. And you know what? I gotta give Mazda props. That car has been just fantastic. I haven't had a single serious issue, just typical maintenance stuff. So, hey, if you're looking for a good brand, check out Mazda. I like them. Okay, so anyway, today's video is completely powered by you guys on Instagram over at instagram.com/DavidFranco. That's also right below. Please give me a follow. I'm always posting things on stories, from family-related content to tech updates to letting you know when I'm going live to my feelings on certain video games. Anyway, I reached out to you guys. I said, yo, guys, what up? I'm getting my Tesla Model 3 soon. Give me your questions because I want to make a video. Hey guys, actually come here. I mean, if you want the honest truth, I'm kind of running low on video ideas right now. So if you have any ideas for videos that you want to see from me, please let me know in the comments. Okay, so I got a bunch of responses today. Look at that. All of those questions are from you guys. And of course, I have them in order by file name per, what I want to talk about. And yes, I took pictures of my food. Get off my back. Question number 1 comes from Kyle Swaim. Kyle says, and guys, I picked this question because I just want to get it out of the way. Why lease and not purchase it? Leasing is a waste, that thing under your torso, a waste of money because you have no equity. First of all, if you're going to try to dictate how I spend my money, please, for the love of God, spell correctly. Then I can take you more seriously. Anyway, with that out of the way, I talked about this in my Tesla video. I'm assuming you didn't watch it because otherwise you wouldn't have asked this question. I hate this question, but I still chose it because I want to explain my reasoning. I'm going with leasing because for me, it makes more financial sense. It's my first Tesla ever. So I'm perfectly comfortable putting down about 10 grand. I think it's like $96.59 I'm putting down on day one of pickup to get a low monthly payment of $300. Yes, to drive my dream car, it's gonna cost me only $300 a month. That's a really good deal in my opinion. Now, yes, of course, I did put nearly 10 grand down, and some people might say, well, David, that's a lot of money. And guys, I agree. That is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I mean, I'm not exactly sleeping in cash. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not. But for the past year or so, I've been saving up money on Robinhood, which is always right behind me. And if I can take that 1 year of investment money and turn it into 3 years of getting to drive my dream car with a low monthly payment, I'm okay with that, baby. I'm okay with that. I mean, I would much, much rather go that route because believe me, I've done the math. If I were to own the car, like finance it with a loan through a bank or Tesla themselves, it would cost me at least $500 a month. And I don't like monthly payments as it is. What's up, Mal? I swear, your timing is impeccable. So that's the number one reason why I'm going with leasing instead of owning, because of the low monthly payments. Do you disagree with my methods? Of course you do, and that's fine. But you know what? I'm going to say this in the most respectful way I can express myself. How I spend my money is none of your business. And I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but it's the truth. The difference between you and me is you're spending your money privately. I'm spending my money publicly, on camera, on the internet for people to judge me. So who knows what you're spending your money on, but am I going to judge you on it? No, because it's none of my business. So yeah, leasing a vehicle I think is a smart choice because you're also not committing to the vehicle. I mean, guys, obviously Tesla's going to have a brand new Model 3 3 years from now. 3 years from now. Just imagine how incredible that car is going to be, especially considering how incredible the current Model 3 is. And actually, I have an excellent analogy that I want to briefly talk about, and then I promise I'll move on. Again, I chose this question for this reason. It's a long-winded question. Are you not wasting money on that apartment you live in right now? Where's that money going to? Like, I mean, is that money going to anything directly? Or are you just paying for the right to live in that apartment in a temporary fashion? How is that different from leasing a car? So in a way, if you're renting an apartment, you don't have any equity either. And I'm not dissing people who live in apartments. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's a great example. People who live in apartments either want lower monthly payments to make or whatever, or they're not ready to buy a house. They're not ready to commit to a larger monthly mortgage payment. So it's kind of the same thing. I'm not ready to commit to a car just yet, but hey, if I can drive my dream car for the next 3 years, I think that's a great deal. So that's my way of thinking. And guys, honestly, you don't have to agree with it because it's my money, and well, I'm going to always spend my money the way I want to spend it. God, I sound like such a douche with the way I explain things. I'm just very passionate. I'm very open-minded in a way and outspoken, so I'm not afraid to express how I truly feel. But Kyle, great question. And don't forget that dictionary. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This next question, Zach Cack 62. No question, but leasing is smart, not committing long-term if you end up not loving it. Now, first of all, I know I'm going to love it. But yes, Zach, thank you so much for saying this because you are a great example of why leasing is even an option. And a lot of people seem to forget that. I mean, leasing is an option for a reason. If people didn't want to lease cars, Tesla wouldn't allow you to lease cars. So that's the way you have to look at it. Leasing is an option because obviously millions upon millions of people do it. Not everybody is interested in owning a car. Thank you, Zach, for saying that. Pokesports Collectible says, will you be naming your Tesla Model 3? Probably not. I think I talked about this in a previous vlog. I've just never been into naming things. Like I have friends who name their Macs and their cars and all that stuff. That's just not my style, and I apologize. The clouds are all over the place today. My lighting is going crazy. But probably not. I mean, when I vlog it and show the screen, there's a really, really good chance you'll just see David's Tesla Model 3. Or David's Model 3. I don't know. But yeah, probably not going to name my car. Jay Braddock 19 says, so proud of you, David. What accessory are you most excited to buy? Jay Braddock, thank you so much for your positivity. I appreciate that. Accessory that I'm most excited to buy? I might install my own spoiler on the back at some point. Eventually, when I'm past that honeymoon phase of the Model 3 and I don't want to change its vanilla appearance, maybe I will put a spoiler on the back, like my own spoiler, not something I, have installed in a professional manner, let's just say, but something I do myself. And yes, it is possible. It is possible. But besides that, I'm going to be getting floor mats because the Model 3 doesn't come with floor mats, which I think is a little dumb, Elon Musk. I think the Model 3 should include some basic floor mats, but I guess it's not a huge deal because I'm going to buy good ones anyway. I'm going to buy a cup holder protector because I'm always having coffee in the car. I'm definitely going to be buying a screen protector. You got this, David. You got this. I'm not a fan of screen protectors at all when it comes to phones and everything. I just think I just think they get in the way. But in terms of the Tesla one, I found one that's perfect, which uses a tray. I'll link it right below if you're interested. Yeah, I mean, you literally just put the tray down, and then you apply it with your finger, and then you take the tray off or something like that, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a perfect application process every single time, and I love that. That's so cool. And I believe it gives you matte instead of glossy, which is even cooler. I might also be buying a Tesla black decal to put on the back Tesla logo. But again, much like the spoiler, that won't happen for a while. And I do want to get some kind of interior LEDs. Nothing to the point where it's gaudy, but there are a lot of USB ports on the Model 3, which I think is amazing because obviously I'm a tech geek like that. I just love all those options that you can get for accessories. But there's a good chance I'll put LEDs in it at some point. And definitely some form of storage, whether it's an oversized thumb drive for saving clips using all the cameras, or an SSD. An SSD is a little expensive, but I do like the idea of getting an SSD. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to think of other accessories. I have them all in my cart on Amazon, but yeah, if I think of anything else, then I'll update you in a future video. But yeah, Jay Braddock 19, great question. Thank you so much. All right, I gotta speed this up. Chase Hugh, hopefully I said that right. Are you gonna eat McDonald's in it? If so, can I eat with you? You can eat with me. I don't mind. But there's a very good chance I'm not going to be doing any kind of sloppy eating in the car. The only eating I'll be doing in that car is things I can control, like little snacks and whatever. Maybe at some point, yes, I could go back on my word right now. Maybe at some point, I'll get really comfortable in the car and have things like, I don't know. You know, like, it's kind of that feeling when you start school and you promise yourself you're going to be so organized with your notebooks and how you take notes, and it's going to be so clean. But a week or two passes and you're like, screw it. And the notebook ends up just as messy as it was last year or last semester. I think that's a great example because I always did that in high school. How about you? Let me know right below. However, if there is one thing I can promise right now, I'm going to treat my Model 3 like I treat my desk. I mean, if you haven't noticed, my desk is almost always clean. My office is almost always clean. And well, my Model 3 is going to be treated very differently than my Mazda 3. My Mazda 3, it needs a major cleaning job right now on the outside and especially the inside. But if I can promise myself one thing with all this jib-jab I'm doing, jib-jab, it really will be a clean car. You can count on that. Excellent question, Chase. Will Hart says, what is your monthly lease fee? $300. As of right now. Of course, that could fluctuate maybe like a few dollars by the time I actually pick up the vehicle, but right now it is $300 a month, which I think is great. That's an excellent monthly payment. Dylan Savoy says, what small detail or feature are you most excited about? I love this question because the Model 3, based on all the videos I've watched, is filled, absolutely filled with so many features, including a lot of Easter eggs. But one of my favorite minor features about the Model 3, and all Teslas as far as I'm concerned, is there's a save to your SSD function or a thumb drive or whatever you're going to use based on when you beep your horn. So if I honk my horn at someone, it automatically saves my clip for me. Because let's face it, I'm always beeping at people. I can't stand stupid drivers. I'm behind them all the time. I don't understand what goes up here. You know, I mean, I don't understand what goes up in here with certain people and their driving techniques. It drives me absolutely crazy just thinking about it. But yeah, there's actually a feature where if you honk the horn, it automatically saves that clip, which is so cool. I love that. I love that so much. Explore with Rick. How much extra is the cost of your electric bill each month when owning a Tesla? Rick, excellent question. I actually had to research this before I started recording this video. Based on what I found, your cost can vary greatly. It depends on the kilowatts and your location, all that stuff. But the average cost right now, I think, is 3 cents per mile. And I believe you can get a full fill up on the Model 3 for less than $8. So I could have a full, quote unquote, tank of gas for less than $8, which is really cool. Now, with that said, I will be charging almost every night. I mean, it's going to be like charging my phone, You get home, you plug your car in, you do your thing, you go about your business, you go to bed, you wake up the next day, you get in your car, and you have a full, tank of gas, which I think is incredible. Now, how much that's going to add to my monthly electric bill, I don't know. Like, it's actually really, really hard to tell because I have so many things running in my house as it is. Right now, my average electric bill is between $150 and $200, which I guess is right because right now the weather is excellent and I'm not really running my AC or heat too much right now. But eventually, maybe realistically, I can see my Model 3 adding maybe, $20 to $40 a month. I'm not sure. It's really, really difficult to tell. But I will be keeping an eye on my monthly usage, and I'll keep you guys updated in a future video. Kyle Bloom, is the insurance any more expensive than a regular car? Now, I don't have insurance yet because I need a VIN number, and I don't have a VIN number until my Tesla's about to be delivered. So I don't have actual costs in front of me right now. But I did do some test shopping around a while ago using thezebra.com, which took me to Travelers Insurance. And they actually have a policy that will give me a low monthly rate based on how much I drive. And based on what I found online so far, Teslas are far likely to be in an accident than your typical vehicle. So I believe Tesla insurance is cheaper than your typical car insurance. I could be wrong on that. Of course, it's going to vary whether you go like Geico or Farmers or Travelers Insurance or whatever, you know? So again, I hate to not give you an exact number, but I will be updating you with that exact number in the future. So please stay tuned. But yo, Kyle, great question. Hopefully I'm going to say this right. Icar Lisoto says, how do you like the interior of your Tesla compared to your other car? It's like night and day. Seriously, it's like absolutely night and day. The inside of the Model 3 is beautiful. It's so clean and simple and minimal, and I've never had white interior before, so I'm very, very excited about that. Like, it just looks so damn premium and classy. Like, I'm so excited to vlog it for you guys. Great question. TMYJH160 says, is the Tesla car for beginner drivers? This is a great question, and I chose this question because I wanted to answer it on camera. I'm actually not sure. What do you guys think? I mean, I do believe everybody should feel what like a gas-powered car feels like, but at the same time, we're getting closer and closer to having more EVs on the road. So maybe starting out with an EV could be beneficial for you, but then when you go to a gas-powered vehicle, you're like, oh wow, this is kind of weird, because with an EV, the car wants to stop, but with a gas-powered vehicle, it kind of wants to keep going, if that makes sense. That's the most basic way I can explain it. I have never driven a Tesla. Seriously, like I've actually been waiting until I get my own Tesla to see what it feels like. But from all the videos I've watched, I feel like it's going to feel different, obviously, but not too different to the point where you can't learn it in 10 minutes. So, what do you guys think? Let me know. IGAC BT says, what happens when your lease expires? Will upgrade to a new model? Good luck. I don't know. I mean, 3 years is a long time, but again, that's why I'm going with a lease vehicle, because I have the freedom to get out of that lease and possibly lease or maybe even own a newer Tesla at that point. David Spector, good guy. Do you think you will regret not getting the full self-driving option? I'm not even going to hesitate when I say this. Absolutely not. Nope, not one bit. As cool as the technology is, I know for a fact I'm never going to use it. Like I explained in my original Tesla ordering video, I feel like that's a very, what's the word, niche kind of thing. It's something a lot of people might use one day or 2 days or 3 days, and then they'll just stop using it and forget it's even there. And even with that said, don't forget, my car does have Autopilot, which kind of is like half self-driving. It just doesn't change lanes for me. It doesn't get off ramps, but it does self-drive in a way for me where it keeps up with traffic with a certain amount of cars in front and back, which honestly is pretty standard in a lot of these newer vehicles today. But yeah, in regards to full self-driving, no. I just don't need it. I actually like driving. I do. I legit enjoy driving, and especially when you have a Tesla. I've heard you just love driving that car. Okay, 2 more. Raymond Paul M3 says, does Tesla install the charging port in the garage, or do you need your own electrician to do? Raymond, I actually looked this up because I didn't want to give you bad advice or bad information. Based on what I've seen, yes, I'm saying that a lot in this video because, again, I don't own my Tesla yet. Like, it's not in my driveway. I can see my Mazda 3 from here. Tesla can install the charger for you. Like, if you actually go through Tesla, I believe they will install it for you. But with that said, you might want to go through a local electrician instead, because as far as I'm concerned, they're going to charge far less. I mean, it's kind of like going through Apple or going through a third party. You're going to pay $60 for like an Apple case for your phone, right? Whereas on Amazon, you can get a decent case for like 20 or 30 bucks. So that's the best way of comparing it. Now, thankfully, my dad is extremely knowledgeable. He's so skilled in so many different areas. So he actually installed my NEMA outlet for me last week. So I'm ready to go. I can literally pull up next week if my car came early. I can pull up and start charging my car, which is incredible. So yes, I'm literally ready to go, which is really cool. And shout out to my dad, because going through him, I saved a lot of money. I mean, obviously I'm going to owe him the money back for all the parts and stuff like that. But in regards to paying for parts plus labor, you're probably looking at least $400. But with my dad, all the parts for me cost about, I think, $200. And finally, the last one comes from Sonia Vestia. I like Sonia. She's always so positive. Not a question, just to tell you how happy, hello David, learn to speak. Just to tell you how happy I am for you to get your dream car. It's amazing. Congrats. Sonia, thank you very much. I genuinely do appreciate that. And I just want to wrap up this video by saying, guys, I started this YouTube channel in 2006, and it's led me to be able to do things like this. Buy a car, buy a house, get other things like this desk and my iMac, you know, but at the end of the day, stuff is just stuff. We're all gonna die someday. But even with that said, just treat yourself, please. Tomorrow is never, ever promised. I cannot express it enough. Like, I could literally die today. I can literally die tomorrow. I know that's dark, but it's the truth. Who knows? I mean, the minute I step out of this house, some space junk could crush me to death, or I don't know. It's probably not going to happen. But yeah, I'm just saying, never, ever let anyone dictate you and how you spend your time and how you spend your money. As long as you're responsible and you're a good person and you try your hardest in life, there's no reason why you can't lease something like a Model 3. There's no reason why you can't buy a car or, you know, have that apartment you've been looking at. Like, get out there, start chasing your dreams, stop saying it, and start doing it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I appreciate it. You guys are the best, and I'll see you later. Peace.